Hello traders, and welcome to another weekend's market forecast video. Yesterday I was not able to upload the video, so I'm doing it this evening. So we will have a look at what we are expecting for the next week ahead. As you know, for pairs such as the dollar index, euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar yen, and indices such as the S&P 500. We will go through Bitcoin, gold and oil, and so on and so forth. So let's start first with the dollar index as we usually do. Last week we have been expecting the move lower, which we have got, and now the market has started the process of a corrective bounce over here. As soon as this bounce will be finished, then the market will turn down once more still for the dollar index. So we are biased to the downside still for the dollar index after the completion of this bounce. Of course, if you don't know what is a completion of a corrective structure and so on and so forth, you can feel free to join us with the link in the description, become a member so you can attend our daily live sessions Monday to Thursday and receive obviously our member only content with the weekend's market overview analysis as well and trade recommendations. So for the dollar index, this is what we are expecting, a little bit more downside possible before this structure is finished, and then the market will turn down once again. For the euro dollar, as we have shown in one of our previous videos, we have been explaining to the members from 20th of April's weekend's market overview video that from here we expected the euro to make this move higher, which has already done that, and this was about 250 pips move overall. From here we can still see a little bit more upside is possible, however it's risky, and very soon we should get some sort of a pullback before we continue higher. However, the structure here can also extend, so for the time being it's not clear what type of pullback we can see. This is the most, let's say, standard one we can see at the moment, but after this pullback the market will still find buyers for more upside overall, and this will be what most of the traders should be waiting to do. Obviously, for our traders, they were anticipating this move higher from these lows, and these lows. So those were about 3 entries already. So we have done very well in terms of this move in the euro dollar. So now, in our case, we are waiting. For the pound dollar, similar idea. We have been explaining to members from these lows about this reaction higher. We have produced one entry over here, which it was already from here about 300 pips or so, 250 pips like the euro dollar. So for now we are still anticipating a pullback before we continue higher. So at the moment we stay also neutral for the pound dollar until we see the pullback. For our traders, they know that we do not like to trade against a trend of the market, because these pullbacks, they can be smaller or bigger. You never know what type of pullback you are going to get. There are a lot of complex corrections and pullbacks that can play out in the market, and this is why 90% of traders lose money. They always look to trade against the trend, or they want to trade every move. So we do not recommend selling pound dollar at this stage. It should remain supported after any possible pullbacks you can see later down the line. For the dollar yen, we still believe that the market is not complete as a corrective structure to the downside, and we can still see a little bit more bounce over here before the market turns lower. Of course, this is not a clear structure, so it can also extend higher. So this is why we do not recommend trading this one at the moment. We still believe that this cycle from 29th of April is not complete yet, and overall at some moment we should see another turn to the downside with most likely a break below the lows from the 3rd of May over here. So we will not be looking for any buy setups in this pair as of right now, but at the same time we stay neutral because this structure can extend before it drops again. For the pound yen has reacted like the dollar yen over here, and then it has bounced again. We do not like personally trading this one because the structure could get messy. It's still not clear what it wants to do. We are overall biased still for another move lower. This move lower can be an extensive one as well. So for the time being, we want to wait and see what the market wants to do before deciding the next possible move in the market. But however, considering the dollar yen, we are expecting soon a breakdown to the downside. So if the yen will be the strongest one in this case, the pound yen will also fail at some stage over here and trade to the downside, at least for one more time. For the EURUSD, another pair that we have been saying to our members after this bounce that this should trade lower again, another 400 pips move. We have been explaining to the members beforehand from our member-only weekend market overview videos and reports. So for those that you are not joining yet, you are missing a lot of moves ahead of time. We prepare all of our traders what to look for and why. We always explain in detail. So in this one, we can see very soon a possible bounce. However, we do not like to buy it because the general direction will still fail and trade to the downside. This pullback can start any moment. It can make new lows as well before it does. So it doesn't really matter. This bounce could be also smaller than we indicate. This is just an estimation. The overall direction of the market is still heading to the downside for the time being. For gold, we have posted our in-depth analysis as well the other day, last week, midweek, on Wednesday for gold. We still believe the market is going to be strong and bullish after a small pullback is likely. However, this market should extend higher minimum towards 2,500 area. This is not a market to try to counter trade it because it's going to be very strong to the upside because of many other factors that we explain to the members in our member only area. You can join us with the link in the description through Buy Me a Coffee page. If you have any questions, send us an email at support@roiforecast.com so we can get you on the right track and help you to become a long-term successful trader. So this is what we have been explaining for a long time to our members. This was the buying area for gold for this cycle higher again. Anyone who bought from this area is now risk-free, which means the stop loss is a little bit higher than the entry. So there's nothing wrong with holding a position that can give to a trader more potential profits than it should be. At the end of the day, if your close profits are higher than your losses, then you are in a very good and healthy situation. So we do recommend holding this one for more upside. We do not like selling it at the moment. The market should trade higher. That's the most likely scenario to take place over here in gold. For oil, we have reached another extension area from this move from this extension area over here where sellers reacted lower the market. For as of right now, this price action over here is a corrective bounce. We want to see how this move will develop, but we are overall expecting a corrective bounce and then more downsides to take place in oil. We do not like buying it. There are other factors that we explain to the members why overall we have been saying from these levels that oil is not going to be a good buying opportunity. And we do see potential risks to the downside. So for the time being, we stay neutral and we want to see how the market will react over the next week or so. And then we will understand if possibly the market could turn lower one more time at least. For Bitcoin, we have explained last time that buyers have entered from this extension area over here. We have broken above this corrective channel over here. We have found support, so now the market should continue to the upside. Possibly small pullback here could be seen, and then more upside overall should follow before another pullback and more upside later on. So the market should remain bullish in Bitcoin. We're expecting new highs above 14th of March. Before anything else can take place. So possible target areas, you can join us and find out what we have explained to the members. So the overall bias remains to the upside for Bitcoin for the near future at the moment. For SPX, S&P 500 Cash Index, we have explained how we expected after this running flat a very strong reaction to the upside in the SPX and the indices, which we have got that, and right now the market very soon should give us a small pullback possible after one more high or from here, it doesn't really matter. After this pullback, it should remain supported for another push to the upside at least. So if you want to figure out the levels and how you can trade the SPX, you can feel free to join us with the link in the description as well. This is not a bearish market. We do not recommend selling to anyone. If you see a pullback, it should remain supported for at least another push higher for the time being. And concluding the analysis as we usually do with the 3Qs and the GDX from the ETFs. The 3Qs very similarly to the SPX, it could see one more push up or not, doesn't matter. A pullback could be expected very soon, and after this pullback, the market should still find support for another move to the upside as of right now. So this market is not bearish, and it should find support from any pullbacks, either a small one or a bigger one. It doesn't really matter. So if you want to keep track of it and in-depth analysis, feel free to join us again with the link in the description so we can help you out. And also from the GDX here, the gold miners ETF, it's very bullish, similar to gold, as we have said. So the market should continue to the upside like that. Maybe small pullbacks could happen, maybe not. So the market should remain supported overall for the time being, and it's not ready to have a bigger correction to the downside. So any pullback is a buying opportunity over here. So this is how it should be for the time being. It could reach the $40 area, the GDX. So it needs to some time to be seen. Over here, we can see that the RSI makes a new high again. So it should remain supported for at least another 2-week time frame, I would say overall. That's the minimum expectation for this market over here. So that's it for this weekend's market forecast, guys. Leave us a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you have any questions as well, and also feel free to email us at support@roiforecast.com if you have any questions about our membership, how we help our traders to become better. We have uploaded again a video midweek, and we have showcased just a small taste of what we can do. There is even more to that we don't really publish. So we also have a Trustpilot page. You can see a few of our first members in the last 2-3 months that we are operating right now, their feedback. And we are going to publish very soon, I would say in about 2 weeks time, our quarterly trade recommendation performance, which is very great and is expected to be higher from the time being. So you will see that as well. We will show to you how we have been doing in the last 3 months in terms of performance, and why the performance we provided is very unique and very good, and not many services they can do that, even the ones that have been in business for the last 10-15 years. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you potentially with a midweek video, or next weekend with, of course, the next weekly market forecast on Saturday. Take care for now.